Alright, so it is, I don't know what time it is. I should have looked before. It's 10:58 in the morning, and today is Saturday. James is still asleep. Karina just fell back asleep. We did story time. I should have recorded it, but I didn't. When she wakes up, we're going to do Your Baby Can Read. We have an opportunity to go to the farmer's market today, but I don't think I'm going to go. Last time we went, we just walked around. We had some free samples, and it was a lot of fun, but I don't think I'm going to go today. I'm going to prepare for the fireworks on Monday, so instead I'm going to do that. We had a parade that we could have went to today too, but I didn't go to that either. And then we have a meditation class we could go to this afternoon, but I didn't like the last one I went to because it was just praising to a woman, and I just don't feel like that's actual meditation. Like, you're not focused on yourself, you're focused on a profit. Like, no, nothing outside of you is going to make you happy or whole. It's you. You are the one that you are looking for. You are the one that's going to make you happy and whole. You have to know yourself. You have to love yourself. You have to be okay with yourself. You have to be like, wow, this is the skin I'm sitting in. This is beautiful. This is functioning. This is capable of anything. And it is. I mean, you can move anywhere in this world and you can survive. It doesn't take that much money or that much to survive in this world. It takes you knowing what you're doing, utilizing your resources, and, just functioning. And just loving yourself and loving others and giving to yourself and giving back. Like, this world is absolutely beautiful. And honestly, I think I'm one of the luckiest women in the world because I don't have to leave my daughter. I decided to have children. I am an older mama. I am. And I waited a long time to have a baby, but I'm really glad that I did in certain ways. In other ways, I wish I started sooner. But, like, I know what kind of parent I want to be. I read all the books, I did all the stuff, and I did all of it before I had my children. I'm not sitting here reading books and stuff while I have my child being like, oh, I don't know about the lead test, or what were my options again about vaccines? What did I want to do? Like, no, I had all that stuff figured out before I had children. I knew what I wanted to do with vaccines. I knew what I wanted to do with elimination communication. I knew, like, I used to actually tell people about it, and I'd be like, oh, you're crazy. Really? You think that's crazy that we're mammals and that we don't go to the bathroom where we eat? I told people I was going to nurse my daughter for, like, as long as she wanted to. I told people those are your milk teeth, your first baby teeth. They're called milk teeth for a reason. You eat milk, well, you have them. Once you lose them and your jaw alignment changes, you no longer need milk of any kind from any animal. This whole humans drinking cow's milk for a calf, I think that's a little weird. That's really weird, honestly, and it doesn't even taste good. Like, human milk tastes like maple syrup and strawberries, and it's delicious. It really is. Cow's milk, I don't like the taste of it. Most babies don't like the taste of it. It takes babies a long time to get adjusted and transitioned into cow's milk because it doesn't taste good, So, and then it's an acquired taste. We're actually putting that much protein onto our children's bones and making them gain that much fat and weight. We're acquiring them to that taste. We're not, naturally children don't like cow's milk because it's not something that's naturally a part of our diet. So, like, my child tried cow's milk once and spit it back out. And shook her head no. She's like, no. No. And then she was like, you. So, no. I mean, that stuff is disgusting anyway. Honestly, I don't drink cow's milk. When I eat cereal, I use my own milk and I use water. So, yeah. And my milk tastes a lot better in cereal anyway because it's sweeter. It's kind of like if you were to use the vanilla almond milk. It's like that. Except for it tastes more like strawberry. So, and maple syrupy. So, it's really awesome. Let's see. Why was I going to make the video? No, I think I was just doing a day review. So, I got up. We did her book. We did story time. We did potty time. We did diaper changes. We did, obviously, a clothing change as well. My baby's all dressed for the day. I think that we're going to go for a walk soon. And James is still sleeping. I'm going to try and wake him up. I don't think he's going to wake up, though. I don't think he's going to want to join us on our walk. Which is fine. It is an absolutely beautiful day, though, and I do want to go for a walk because the sun's out and it's just like, come out and walk with me, you know? So it's awesome. But yeah, I don't know. Like, we don't have a lot of physical money. We don't have a lot of physical wealth, like, paper-wise, but we have a lot of life. We have a lot of love. We have a lot of, I have a lot of time with my child, which I think she's going to value way more than, if I were to go out and find a job and earn physical money, where I'd be away from her and she would have to be in a daycare or be watched by somebody or, something like that. I don't really want help raising my daughter. I didn't have my daughter to, put her in a daycare or something like that and have someone help me raise her. I had my daughter to raise her the way I wanted to raise her. And I had my daughter to know that she is perfect in every way, shape, and form, just the way that she is. That this outside casing of a body is not something that really matters. Yes, it's physical. It's a physical flesh that we have, but we don't see ourselves all day. We have no idea what we really look like. Other people see us all day. We see other people all day. And every person is just a person. There's no need to judge anyone by anything. Like whenever I meet someone, I treat everyone the same because that's what they are. We're all flesh and blood. We all bleed the same. We all feel the same. We all want acceptance. We all want, to be loved. And we're all a part of this universal oneness, this universal whole. Like, we're all the same people. We're all human. And most people feel the same way. They want the opportunity to be loved by other people and accepted. And, so that's what you try to do. And then if you get someone who's just hurtful and whatever, you just block them out of your life because you don't need that. You don't need someone to take you down. So if you meet someone who's just like hurtful, mean, cruel, wants everything to be their own way, can't accept other viewpoints, and thinks that just because your ideas and opinions differ from them that, there's something wrong either with their ideas now or you're now judging them or there's something wrong with your ideas. I mean, everyone thinks about things differently. Everyone has different experiences in this life, in this world. And that's just the way that it is. I think somewhere along the way, in America specifically, I don't know if it happened other places as well, it's like people want other people to be uniform thinking. That's why I don't watch TV. I don't own a television. I don't have television in my house. I was watching TV a couple of years ago when I first started staying home, and I was watching a couple of the TV shows, and I realized every last one of the TV shows was the same TV show, just reformatted a different way with different faces, with different actors. But it was the same message that they were shooting across to America, that this is what normal is and this is what this looks like. And I was like, they're brainwashing people. And people won't notice it unless they do have, Hulu and they're watching those shows consecutively within the same, day time frame. Because you wouldn't really notice it if the show's on Monday, then the show's on Tuesday, then the show's on Thursday, that it's the same show with the same script with different faces, spitting out the same message as you. It was actually, in that time frame when I was watching it, the whole "Are You Mom Enough" poster came out that the child was 3 years old, still nursing, should be nursing, biologically speaking. And, the woman standing there and the little boy who's 3 is standing on a chair and nursing from the mother. No big deal. I don't know who the mother was. But this image came out and the "Are You Mom Enough" pamphlet came out in the magazine, and a lot of, working moms and non-nursing moms and moms who didn't nurse past 6 months got really angry because how dare she do something different than I did, even though that child still has milk teeth. That child's jaw did not change. So the TV programs run around and Raising Hope and the new program with the 2 dads, and they hired the lady with the little girl to have a baby for them, and the little girl was not nursed because the mother had to, I had to go to school and I had to work, and your grandmother raised you. And so the little girl ordered breast milk off the internet, and then the mother's like, put that down, that's disgusting. Don't you dare drink that from a cup. Yet that little girl's allowed to drink cow's milk? How backwards is that? Human milk is for human people. The human species is meant for human milk. That little girl was 7 and should still be nursing if she still has those milk teeth. Like, unbelievable. It was unbelievable message. And then on Raising Hope that same week, they had a birthday party for Hope, and the little boy who was invited to the birthday party, the mother was crazy because the little boy was 7 and nursing. What? That little boy still has milk teeth then. He's nursing because he's nursing. That is beneficial to the mother to not get breast cancer and to the baby to have those nutritions. And you know what? It's a beautiful thing. It's not something to be side-eyed. It's not sexual. It doesn't feel sexual when you nurse your baby. I've been nursing my baby for a year. It doesn't feel like anything. The first 2 months hurt like hell. And after the first 2 months, if you get through the pain, if you're, I guess mom enough, like the poster says in the magazine, like if you're mom enough and you get through that pain of the first 2 months, after the first 2 months, nursing is awesome. You have it all night, you have it all day. Your child, my child isn't a big eater. My child spits everything out of her mouth that she eats. So, when she nurses, I know she's getting everything that she needs because my body is being signaled by her saliva to my pituitary gland to create any antibodies that she might need, to create everything that she needs for her brain, her eyes. My child had astigmatism at 7 months old, and wanna what? She is 14 months old, and I think, honestly, probably my milk is fixing that because she barely has it. So, at 6 months old, when I first took her to 7 months, she was 7 months and 3 days old. I didn't notice it until she was 10 months old, that her eye goes in. Both of her eyes go in at different points in times. I don't know if her eyes were just adjusting or, if that was the bad eyesight coming out in her, because my history is bad eyesight, so I don't know if that was just her brain being like, wow, you got this is bad eyesight that's coming out. And I don't know if I stopped nursing before she was 10 months old and that came out, if she would be okay now. We're going to wait until 3 years old to try glasses or anything else like that. But, honestly, I think nursing would fix that because my brain and my body would produce whatever it is that whatever enzyme she needs for her eyes, like carrots, do for your eyes too. But, like, my body should be able to produce that for her and should be able to fix that for her. There should be no reason that my child shouldn't be nursing, But, like, I couldn't believe the programming on the TV after that Are You Mom Enough came out. If you look back at the Raising Hope TV show programming, I actually stopped watching it after that episode because I was like, how dare they not know the biology of this? How dare they not explain it? With, the mother's crazy but the father's nice. What? No, that mother isn't crazy. That mother is doing the very best for her child that she knows how to do, that her body knows how to do. And once those milk teeth fall out and that child can no longer nurse, that child will naturally wean itself. So, no. I couldn't believe that episode. I was just like, wow, no, I'm done with this TV show. And then I watched the other episode right after it with the 2 men that were gay. And they were accepting of the gayness, of the guys being gay, which is no big deal. If my daughter likes women when she's older, if my daughter likes men when she's older, it doesn't matter. If I happen to like women instead of men, it doesn't matter. It doesn't change anything about me. What happens in the bedroom stays in the bedroom anyway. So, and obviously when you're in your bedroom, it's a private place. Your children are not in there. So whatever. And that's why you have a co-sleeper. That's why your child has a TV or sleeps somewhere else sometimes. A bedroom is a bedroom. It's meant for couples at times, and it's meant for a family bed at times. There are differences, just like your body is meant for your partner at times, it's meant for your child at times, it's meant for you at times. There's nothing wrong with you. I couldn't believe the episodes. I couldn't believe the brainwashing that was happening throughout the nation. This isn't normal. This isn't what you do. Oh, this is free. This is wrong. Yet every single Republican, every single politician, when they're talking about free programs or something, they negate the fact that they get bailed out of, what they're doing, and they go into bankruptcy. Like, Trump has gone into bankruptcy how many times, lost how many businesses, and yet he still has a ton of money because he has subsidies that are given to him that are not called entitlements. Those are entitlements. I have no idea what's going on with, oh, well, poor people can't get anything, but I'll give all the rich everything when they already have everything. Like, there's nothing wrong with being rich or poor either, because you're not rich with money, you're not rich with a piece of paper note. You're rich with life. You're rich with yourself. You're rich with, what you are doing. Every last one of us are beautiful creations. And so many just waste their life looking to other people, looking to the heavens, heavens meaning the sky, not heavens meaning an alternate plane of dimension for a Moses or a Jesus or Yeshua or whatever you want to call that. It's not heavens that way. I mean heavens as in the skies, looking towards the skies for the answers. You got to stop looking outwards. Nothing outwards is going to make you happy. Nothing that you physically put on your body or physically consume is going to make you happy. Being a consumer and consuming all these products, they're not going to make us happy. What's going to make us happy is what's inside of us already. Accepting ourselves, loving ourselves, being patient with ourselves, loving ourselves. All the answers are inside of us. Everything that we need, everything that we know, everything that we are, everything that we can become, everything that we aren't, is just acceptance. I'm not the best at anything, really. I want to be a good mama. I want to be a good housewife. I want to be a good caregiver, There's people out there who are 10 times better than me with all this stuff, I know that there are. And there are new people born every single day. Can I ever say I'm the best at anything? Can anyone? No. But I accept myself for my successes and my shortcomings. And I think that everyone does, to an extent, accept themselves. They have to. Because no amount of makeup, no amount of perfume, no amount of anything is going to make anyone. At the end of the day, you're just yourself anyway. Alright, I am rambling. I am rambling a lot. My little girl is asleep. I think I'm going to put her down for a little bit. I'm going to call Eva for a little bit, see what she is up to, see if she has... I know she's going to the splash park today. I don't want to bother her. I think she might take Karina to the splash park. Oh, I'm going to look at a car today. I completely forgot. I spaced on that because I made the appointment last night. So after 1 o'clock, we are going down to look at a car. I think that we're buying a car that I found. I've been looking for a car for a long time. And I got into a touch with a guy named Jose yesterday, and he has a bunch of cars. I actually called him, and I was like, oh, I'm interested in this car. How many cylinders is it? Right? And then we hung up the phone, we stopped talking, and then I called him again, and he's like, oh, I'm driving. And then I realized I went back into my recent calls list, and it's the same number. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize this was the same number. How many cylinders is this car that you're selling? And so he calls me back after he stops driving, and he's like, oh, I'm selling 4 cars. And I'm like, oh, do you have anything that's 4-cylinder? He's like, yeah, I do. I have 3 things that are 4-cylinder. He's like, want to come out and look at them? And I'm like, absolutely I do. So the car is going to be hopefully in the 3,000 range. And hopefully we're going to buy this car on Tuesday, and we're going to sell this car in the back. We're going to sell this Jeep. I'm going to put it up for sale. We're going to stop driving it. I'm going to take it off the insurance. Get it inspected and stuff like that, and then just take it off the insurance. So I actually think that the inspection's up this month, so it'd be a good month to sell it. So that is what's going on with us today. It's going to be a fun day. James said that he wasn't going to look at the car with me, though, and I need him to go look at the car with me because I'm not going to buy it without him going, oh, yeah, I know, this looks good. Even though he kind of is a stick in the mud and kind of gets in my way because he takes a really long time to do anything. I still don't want to buy the car just being like, yeah, I want this car. Even though last time I picked up the car and James slowed the entire process down and the guy got really upset. And, so I kind of want to do it on my own, but I kind of don't because I kind of want him there because he knows more about cars than I do. Obviously, he's a man, so... And so, yeah, I really hope that we get this car. I think it's going to be a huge relief because it's 4 cylinders, not 6. I'm going to have him drive the new car that we're getting to and from work, and I'm still going to take our car now. The reason why James won't drive his Jeep to and from work is because he's embarrassed. He doesn't like the Jeep. He doesn't like the way it looks. He doesn't think it looks professional. He wants a newer car to drive. So when we were looking for cars, because he wouldn't drive, before that he wouldn't drive my car, because my car was a 1994. His car is a 1997. So I bought my car, and it looks like a hoopty. You know, it does. My car was a white Pontiac with my paint coming off, and, you know, but it ran. It was a good car. It really was. It was awesome. And it got me to and from work. It got him to and from his graduation. Like, you know, it got him to and from school. Like, you know, it was a little 6-cylinder. It was terrible on gas. Like, we'd go out to Jersey, we'd spend $80 in gas to and from. Like, you know, we'd go to and from work, we'd go to and from school, we'd go, like, and it was just a money pit with gas. Just like this Jeep out here is a money pit with gas. Like, when back then, gas was $4.19. We were spending $60 just to fill it. Like, from a half a tank. From a half a tank, it took me about $65 to fill that car. So if I was going to and from Jersey, it actually cost me like $100 to and from Jersey. But, like, it sucked. It sucked on gas. It just sucked everything up. But it didn't matter because I was working so much. I was working a lot, and I was making a lot of money. So I was just like, well, you know, yeah, we'll just fill it and fill it and fill it and fill it. And then I always kept track. I always do actually keep track still of how many miles we're getting per gallon. The Jeep gets 11. The car gets 26. So I'm hoping that, and my car, every time I knew there was something wrong with it or needed a tune-up, it'd go from 18 miles to the gallon to 14 to 12. So I was like, oh my gosh, it's at 12 miles to the gallon. We need to do a tune-up on this car. And we would do a tune-up. We'd get it fixed up. Like, you know, we changed out the water pump in that car. The Pontiac had new fuel gauges, new fuel injectors, new fuel pump. Like, you know, that car is really well maintained and taken care of. The person who got it, I sold it to him for $200 because it wasn't starting at the time. And it was the starter that went. And just in case it was the gear shift, I was just like, you can have it for $200 because this is a risk to you to take it even because it's not starting. So I sold it for $200, and that was it. That was my car. My car was my baby, though, for a long, long time. I had that car from 2008 to 2015, maybe 2016. No, 2015, I think we sold it. So I recently got rid of that car. But no, I'm excited to get rid of the Jeep. I'm excited to be moving on from that Jeep. That Jeep is a huge money pit when it comes to the gas and the oil and stuff. So, alright, anyway, that's it for my update. It's been 23 minutes. My girl's been sleeping for 23 minutes, and I've been rambling for 23 minutes. She is absolutely perfect. I love her so much.